Steve Bannon, and for all of those who know who Steve Bannon is, he said the other day, I wish I would have saved it. It was somewhere on Twitter I saw it, that if Donald Trump is essentially tame, I forget his precise words, but he said that MAGA is going to push even further right than Trump, and that we'll wish we had Trump as compared to some of the other candidates and whatnot that the ultra MAGAs want to bring in. And if that's the case, that's scary. Because Trump is fascistic enough as is. So if Trump is if Trump is Hitler, then what's worse than that? And that is definitely scary. Okay. Here, I just wanted to show you, I got this sent to me, and I wanted to show you guys this just to show you what we're up against. And basically destroy a lot of the myths surrounding January 6th. You see someone bashing a police officer with a flag and with other things. They are assaulting a Capitol police officer, and the crowd is chanting USA. And they're saying, get that motherfucker. Does this look like a peaceful protest, or does this look like a Capitol tour, as they like to say? Is this what a Capitol tour is? How anyone can believe that was peaceful, or that was just a Capitol tour gone wrong, or whatever BS you want to come up with. If you really want to believe that, then you are out of touch with reality. Simple as that. And that is what we're up against. You can love what Biden is doing. You can hate what Biden is doing. But this is like I said earlier, this election, even more than 2020. 2020 was like this too, but even more so than 2020. Because of what happened after 2020. Even though everyone with half a brain kind of knew that something was brewing. And what I'm worried about, and what I'm both intrigued but also worried about, is what happens in either way. Chaos is going to ensue no matter what at the end of this year. And here's why. Either A, and I'll go worst case scenario first. Worst case scenario, Trump wins, and then maybe we'll be good for, like between, like, well, who knows what's going to happen in November and December. Not in terms of, like, political violence, necessarily, but just in terms of, like, fear. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be afraid if Trump is reelected. And what that results in, who knows? So that's the first part. And then the second part to this is... So that's the first scenario, is that Trump wins, and then a lot of people are afraid for their lives, afraid for their loved one's safety, and who knows, maybe you get a mass exodus, maybe you get, protests, who knows. But that's the most tame situation, at least in between the election and the inauguration. Post inauguration, though, then all hell will probably break loose in terms of who knows how long it'll take Trump to enact his final solution. And I fear for myself, because I have cerebral palsy, I would be considered one of those undesirables. So that's with Trump. Now, if Biden wins, this goes in one of a couple of different directions. Best case scenario, which I doubt happens, Trump is actually mature about it and is actually a rational human being about it and actually accepts the defeat this time. The likelihood of this happening is basically zero. But I thought I'd be nice and put that in there. Second case scenario is that Trump tries to rally. Well, I'll split this one into two, because I feel like this could go in one of two ways. Trump tries to rally his troops in order to try to pull off another January 6th. But because he lost again, there's not, I'll be nice and say maybe the best case scenario is there's not as much excitement for it. There's not as much enthusiasm for it, for a combination of a number of reasons. For one, they saw what happened to the insurrectionists last time, so therefore they're more wary of doing it. And then for two, because he lost again, they're just, the momentum is gone. And there's not enough ardent maggots that are willing to jump in. So, best case scenario on that front is that there's not enough. Maybe you get some sporadic things here and there, but it's quickly and easily put down. The worst case scenario on that front is that it is big enough and we have chaos for, however long it lasts before the military is able to put it down. And then the craziest situation, and I don't know. I honestly, on one hand, I could see this happening, but on the other hand, I don't know if it will. is that Trump essentially pulls a Jim Jones and kills himself and tells his cultists to kill themselves as well. And then who knows how many actually followed through. Who knows what happens on that front. But, I could see that potentially being a situation. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure what's gonna happen on that front, but I can tell you this much. Chaos is gonna reign for the next year. The next 12 months.